Ablade abi meneju ochile eafoyi ebani na wo eko gbeniji nyomai enyo kepa o ma wenyo ye afi akpe enyo nyomai enyo ke ekpamli na shemo ni hwanene wobo ana wo keba hanye shemo ne keje ote Facebook ke YouTube obanya kwaye Mbn 360 na ajamodo te shidani wo babo te sajam ne ha wo kwa oti ye ni ye shemo ekomen
Amralo echokpa mo nke ba trashin le heye mamling amashe kechon trita omo na agba ni ano iwo ye shika keja yili sanjam ni lawo pe henyo ke ha isala is ewie ake supplementary budget alo shikani ake fonshi ke ha chuka ni femo echon manoya ni ye manse sanjam ni we amania boy awali ake ibola mwa ni egbe shandi ya Congo ma ete mwe keshe akpe eteke ise ohai enyo ni egbe me akpe kome ohai edreke enumo
Sajene meke ekwokume aheji no nyeba anu ye hwanene Adafitswaa no Agwene Sanjine Denchemli Mbotemone Ghana 1.8 unit housing low shine ni she ke boni afeshin le ni esa kahe eji na agba ni egbe ni atogbejano ni se bache
Manzolo se kwelo ke ha akuchi machache me ke Solomon Shortway saji Rita na odoleso wa ri ake bui ni echimowo ye chota omo na agba amlie ji shiwo lo ni chumo oti ke ha new urban agenda lo ni chumo hi ni atawo ajishishie ewie enem ye United Nations General Assembly High Level Political Forum ni femo lo ye na abo amonite no ye New York shishi heni onukpai ebakpishi kentron ni bi ni bawa ye ame akuche ke ame majin amling.
Ghana has made steady progress through strong national leadership, decentralized governance, and evidence-based planning led by the National Development Planning Commission and the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Multidimensional poverty declined from 24.9% in 2024 to 21.9% in 2025. Access to basic services remains high, with 96.9% access to water, 94.8% to electricity, and 63.4% to sanitation. These gains have been supported by social protection programs, including LEAP, the National Health Insurance Scheme, and the School Feeding Program, as well as key reforms such as the Land Act and the Affirmative Action Act. We have also strengthened urban governance, economic productivity, and institutional performance through digital systems, skills development, and private sector participation. However, progress has not kept pace with rapid urbanization. Housing remains our most pressing challenge. Ghana faces a housing deficit of more than 1.8 million units, while up to 37% of urban population lives in informal settlements. Ghana is focused on 4 priority actions to accelerate delivery of the new urban agenda. First, scaling affordable and inclusive housing through implementation of the 2024 Housing Profile Recommendations and the National Slum Upgrading and Prevention Strategy. Second, strengthening integrated urban development and spatial planning through the National Urban Policy 2026 to 2035. Third, expanding urban infrastructure and local economic development through initiatives such as the Ghana Secondary Cities program, Garrett project, the Smart SDGs program, and the Sustainable Cities program. Fourth, advancing climate resilience and economically sustainable cities while strengthening urban governance, institutional capacity, coordination, and data systems, including the operationalization of a Ghana Urban Observatory. Looking ahead, Ghana reaffirms its commitment to accelerating implementation. We will scale up affordable housing and slum upgrading, strengthen local government fiscal capacity, expand sustainable urban financing, integrate climate resilience into planning and infrastructure, and enhance data systems and digital governance. These efforts will be pursued in partnership with our development partners, the private sector, and local communities.
Ghana Medical Association niji GMA nichumokuwe ewele na agba ya no kenkoboni ni enimli na agba tamo food poisoning kaemi ya no ye Ghana na mewoshi ake ni enini eyi ke ni meyo kaemi gba ameiwale pakpana mona.
GMA kuwe hie nyelo wolonpache Ernest York ke shofain baba oni akewo ni eni ni aduomli nkeje shishijie fatahi eko ne hani hela ikomeni anyacha kena agba eba me agbomochi amliye ene hewo kuwe minche ke hani asusu nibi lo shofain ni akewo ni eni ne amli bonafe ni ebu mambi ahi kebolima.
Well, I am a doctor, so I see mostly the end of the story when things go bad usually, and patients come to the hospital from unsafe, food choices and also unsafe environmental practices. But I think the story starts from before they get to the hospital. Usually from the production and farmers, what they do, the use of pesticides, transportation, storage, and also the application of certain chemicals and toxins ostensibly to improve the food quantities, the yield, and also for preservation. But these we have learned today that sometimes they carry some risks to the consumer. And therefore, we find this dialogue today, the public lecture, quite timely. And we brought together, persons from academia, practitioners in the food industries. We brought regulators, policymakers, and also market women. You found students there, and just to, all that brainstorming, so that we can limit the impact of these unsafe food choices and practices, and also cultivation problems that we have. But I must say that I'm a physician. The result is food poisoning. Sometimes it's not just the acute problems where you take a contaminated food and then you have diarrhea, and that's common. Recently, during the flooding that we experienced in Greater Accra, there was a shot up of diarrhea-related disease, and this was certainly because of the flooding that pushed, fecal matter, contaminated water into the system. But beyond that, there's also a new dimension to the concept of food. It's not just the hazards, but it's also about the nutritional value. So we are consuming a lot of carbohydrates, we are consuming a lot of, poorly selected foods, and that builds up. And for those of us in the cardiovascular space, we find people getting hypertension, becoming more obese, and they come down with all sorts of illness, and all come together, to result in these high numbers of food-related diseases that we are seeing in the public.
Mlawo pe henyo ke ha ekumfi oshikifa akucho Dr. Othnel Ekokwenu ewie ake 2026 media budget review lo kanimo chon ake be ko ni eho boni march kasajinfe basa ebanagbe.
The MPP, as usual, set a trap for NDC. Why do I say so? If you look at their tangent as far as the borrowings that they had done. Now, if you look at the maturity profile of all the investments or the borrowings they had done, which today we cannot account for in the economy. 2026, 2027, 2028 were one of the biggest exposures Ghana had. Today, this Minister of Finance has made it a call to ensure that we have enough buffers to be able to deal with them. Now, if you look at the account that we have, the holding account, 15 billion is sitting inside. I was even shocked. I was amazed. By close of year, we are looking at 30 billion. Now, all these maturities that are supposed to happen in 2027, February, the amount is so huge that if he did not plan to get there, seriously, this country would have been a laughing stock of everybody, and the MPP for that matter. And you see, what excites me about this finance minister is that he's forward-looking, he's forward-thinking. He's always doing things that will make this economy look well. He's had experiences from history. He's told all of us that the days of, running this country haphazardly, where borrowing and spending were like they were just happening anyhow. Today, he's making sure that he's using every opportunity he has to be able to make sure that the finances of this country are well and the people of Ghana have the maximum benefit. So for me, yesterday I saw a new finance minister. He was on fire. As Kofi Kenyatta would say, "Wacha jam."
Kuni Gbaiji Concerned National Service Personnel Association Ehan Naspa Ochi Enyo na mesa ameka me 60 Ghana cedis ni ache ye ameshikaya no ehame na mewie ake no me penny ake fon shika ache mo no ke ekpakpako bang.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media. For immediate release, refund our money now. National Service Personnel Association of Ghana has followed recent development regarding the suspension of 60 cedis deduction for the NASPA capacity building program. Whilst we welcome the decision to suspend the deduction, we wish to state that suspension alone does not resolve the concerns of national service personnel. The fundamental issues is transparency, accountability, and refund, which remains unanswered. The first one is the 100 cedis deduction. We need answers. NASPA has attempted to justify the compulsory 100 cedis deduction for cloth by stating that it has been done every year with the greatest of respect. The fact that something has been done for years does not automatically make it right, transparent, or properly justified. If that argument were sufficient enough, no standing practice will ever be subject to public scrutiny. We therefore ask NASPA to answer the following questions. 1. What specific provisions of the NASPA constitutions authorize a compulsory deductions of the cloth money? Was the conscience of national service personnel sought before the deductions was made? What procurement process was followed in selecting the suppliers? What was the contract competitively awarded? What was the total value of the contract? Report indicates that the supplier who was changed, why was the original supplier replaced, and what informed that decision? Will NASPA publish the contract and all the procurement records relating to the cloth? National service personnel deserve answers, not assumptions. That because everything that has happened before should be questioned. What we are demanding for here is the refund of the 100 cedis which was deducted from our allowance in cater of cloth. The second one had to do with the refund. We want them to refund the 60 cedis immediately. We've heard that there have been suspension of the 60 cedis allowance, the 60 cedis that they initially planned of deducting. We are calling on the NASPA to immediately refund the 60 cedis that they deducted from the poor NSS person. And we want them to publish the total amount of money that they deducted from every service personnel nationwide. And we need a detailed financial statement which should show whether how any of the funds has been spent. We need full disclosure of any payments made under the program. The suspension of further deduction does not answer one simple question: what happens to the money that has already been deducted? National service personnel deserve a clear and timely response. And then the third one is that we want them to improve the welfare of national service personnel, not deduction. We warmly welcome all efforts by the National Service Authority to pursue an increase in the monthly allowance of national service personnel. This is a direction. This direction is a stakeholder. This direction stakeholders should be pursuing. This is the direction stakeholders should be pursuing. The focus should be on improving the welfare of young graduates and not introducing additional compulsory deductions from already limited allowances.
Onupa mi cheke hani ni sheshe gbejano to nimle wala yegana ni ya mewoshi ake mambi ahiwale pakpana mo keni ni ehi yelie nyengle komino.
Ye remumli ye na bo amokushishi ke ha food safety lo ni sheshe na mo wolonpache imosla ke ha University of Ghana School of Public Health wo amraluenga nebo modern ake ebatu gbejano kemlai nimli wala niba abu mambi ahi echeke hani amli kwemo gbidi lo shayi ye ni kome amli keto ikome ni sake akeshwe ni nigba ame anano na mebo modern ake ameba kwe ni he ni amralo eke shika wo mi lo he ni ayo ni ye ni amralo e shika ya amni he aba ho ni papa ipe ye jemelo ni ye wale yemni no ni blofocho ake healthy meals pe ye jeme onupa eke neke maja agbejano to ine ekeji akeshwedra eba wa ni he like kome ni ba ye ni mli ye fe kense afo ye Ghana ne.
What we know, and given the evidence generated globally but also locally, when you have government mandations, you have government policies that are, enforced forcefully, then you push the needle in the right direction compared to, having interventions that focus on having consumers, either decide what to eat, what to choose. And so, number one would be to have government policies that are developed, that are enforced, and to the latter. We these days we don't just focus on a single policy to address it because it's a very complex space, and so we advocate for multiple policies that are mutually reinforcing, and hence the double duty food-based policies that I've talked about. If you have one policy that says this food contains this and consumers need to know, and so it's labeled properly, that is one. If you have a policy that says this food contains certain substances that are health harming, is not going to be allowed to be marketed, that's another. You have a policy that says this food is health harming, we are going to impose a tax on it, and so consumers may not patronize it. That is another policy. You can even have a policy that says anyone who uses taxpayers' money to procure food should prioritize foods that are healthy, and we know ultra-processed food are not healthy, and so they will be deprioritized. So a multiple mutually reinforcing policies should be one policy intervention to address it. Like I said, they don't have to be voluntary interventions, they ought to be government mandations.
Yes, Sajin Koko me amliye Ghana ke Nigeria isa eti amehishi formly ke ba wo shramomli he wale kegbele African Continental Free Trade Area ni fe momli.
Mansolo ni kwa ogbefa ke manse sajiano anunyamo samolo kujeto ablakwa esa eche ni ECOWAS member states lo ku shorto ni yo ECOWAS ku emlie abomode na menahe mokeyeli ye eco single currency lo shikakome ni atao akpa mama wose afiemni bonafe ni ewa ke hajira yeli ke shamo kebole West Africa margin shorto amni
Ghana-Nigeria relations, even though we are doing very well in the area of trade, there's a lot more we can do. There's a lot more because all the targets we have, Africa Continental Free Trade Area, the launch of the ECO next year, we must form that coalition of the willing and lead, particularly within West Africa. You know, once Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, we get it right, and we are able to carry our brothers and sisters, you know, from the other countries. I mean, we will achieve the noble objectives of our integration agenda. So we have a lot of work to do. Last weekend at the ECOWAS summit, President Mahama made a strong case for the ECO to be launched in 2027.
It's high time we do that.
That we should not postpone again, and that the economies that are ready, that have met the convergence criteria,
can go.
Exactly. Let's start it, and then we'll support the others to come on board. And within that same spirit, we should support our businesses as well. You know, to expand and to grow. Let's trade amongst ourselves more. The intra-Africa trade should not continue to be below 20%.
Not at all.
We should be trading more amongst ourselves. You know, one of our brands, they are so popular in Nigeria, Casapreco. So they have asked that we thank you. The Nigerian government has been very supportive in facilitating their trade. I know that your banks here will also say same.
Yeah, they so
about how our central bank has been very supportive in facilitating. And Nigerian banks are very popular. Ghana, very, very popular.
I see quite a lot of them, number of them around.
Yes, and their corporate social responsibility is also very good.
Thank you very much.
So I think in that spirit, we should continue to support our businesses and build more economic giants. That's the way we create jobs. This is the youngest population
in the world
of any continent in the world. So median age of about 20. We just have to create opportunities for our young people, create jobs for them, make sure that entrepreneurs are supported. We give them the right push, the right support, the right stimulus that they need.
Kewoncha shemoy ano mansolo ni ku ogbefa ke manse sajin ano anunyamo Samuel Okujeto ablakwa efa Nigeria High Commissioner Shehu Lubade ni ekwatutu amoni achon ni ayatutu anuchumoche se Sam Jonah Mobus property lo ni bi ye Nigeria.
Look into the recent issues of concern with Mobus investments, Uncle Sam Jonah's business. I'm sure it's come to your attention.
Yes,
I want you to take it up because it's good when our entrepreneurs invest, out of their countries and across, particularly in Africa. We should support Ghanaian brands anywhere in Africa. The same way we support Nigerian brands anywhere out of Nigeria, but in Africa. I think that's something we haven't done too well.
We need to improve in that respect.
Exactly, we really need to, because if we get it right, with a market of over 1.3 billion people, our businesses will
potential
will struggle at all. So, but I trust you. I'm glad that it's come to your attention. So let's work together and see how we can help to resolve those matters.
We'll follow up on it and we'll give you feedback.
Thank you. Thanks for your sharing.
Obada mshie moneno ni wofu eke woku se wakeshika kejora ili saje baba hani kachiwe.
say we dey some local fast food. Baba, me again. Let's we are like. Me call you man. Who hear me? Me me sent my friend doctor when I'm crossing over. See what we swear any. She has malaria. Hey, malaria. Oh, what they say? What the router? Me copy the absence here. A draw in a friend router mixer. Yeah, come on, let it draw. And running router. So. Gaftrap and the draw ku abaso body ase wabo ruta mixture abaso ruta natural products no ne ruta mixture ya e de kutia atiri ruta tonic and the ruta life wa e huhuru e finish na the body e fini padua mu nasa support immune system no ruta de obi ase ye FDA ade dwede nkrato ya tu.
Shidakle jono ake okwo yobi ya Mbn Adafitswaa Ii. Loro ko ba je shi ye shika kejo Ii sajam ni mlawo pe henyo ke ha Isa ala isto shikifa kucho anunyamo Mohammed Isa Bataglia eje 2026 media budget review lo kane moyi na esusu ake eje nomima ake Ghana shikasajin eshehiko.
I remember during the Kanoforita days, you might have heard a lot that the economy has turned the corner. I've described that corner was so long and bent. In actual sense, we didn't even start turning it. This is the actual turning of a corner in terms of economic performance, and clearly we've all seen it. This is the minister that came to the people, the representative of Ghanaians in the House of Parliament, and said, "I am here per my mandate to account to you. But this time that I'm coming, I am not coming with any supplementary budget. I am not coming to say that give me more money. I am coming to indicate to you that yes, in the basket that you gave me per my own estimates, I am still good to go with that. But what I want to do through your support is to realign some of my expenditure that will be more of beneficial to Ghanaians. By so doing, I am telling you that I have taken off some nuisance taxes like what the e-levy, where people find a joy out of our pain to celebrate with cakes. I've taken it away. I am also saying that yes, the emission tax, I've taken it away. And many other taxes like the betting tax, I've taken away. Even though I've lowered the tax brackets, I've been able to generate more revenue in benefits of what Ghanaians. If it's not relief, what is it? So I think that once again, the consolidation is perfect. And you know, year on year, by last year, July, this time, inflation was hovering around what 13.7%. When we took it from them by close of December 2024, 23.8%. It went down by close of December 2025 to 3.2%. Now back to what 5.1 or 5.7%. This is sustainability. This shows that somebody is consistent with delivery. And we know also that we are talking about a commercial rate in terms of borrowing and to do business. I remember representing my committee, trade committee at Abusuka. What the traders are crying off is how costly it is to do business compared to the global world. Some other places they are getting a credit at the cost of what 5%. Here they were struggling to get it at 30.2%. It has come down at least on average of what 15%. Some are even getting 12%. This is the environment business needs to thrive.
Loni wakabagbi na yeshika keja Ii sajam ni mlawo pe henyo ke ha menshia north oshikifa kucho anunyamo akwesi konedu ewie ake amralo macroeconomic stability alo gbajano towe bagba Ghana bi ashinle na.
We all could have targeted inflation at the expense of human life. During our period, we recruited in excess of 100,000 teachers. Money is used in paying them. Should we not have recruited them, that money would have been sitting with government. That one would have shaped inflation. It would have shored up our reserves. But we chose to recruit people for them to have a meaningful life. You are not doing that. In 2 years, almost 2 years, a year and a half, we have 2 budgets. Tell me the number of recruitments that he's made. Tell me the number of payments that he's made. So you can keep the money to your chest. No problem with that. But you can tell us the figures and the rest. Go to the market now and go and see how people are suffering in their shops and how people are walking around not having money to buy what they need to buy. So yes, inflation can be low. I don't have a problem. You can tell me the dollar has been stable for all of these years. Yes, we've seen that. But what is the real impact on the ordinary Ghanaian? Today, as we speak, a liter of petrol is 17 cedis. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Whilst Akufo-Addo, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was leaving office when we said everything was bad. When the country was saying it was bad, most people, the NDC was saying it was bad. What was the price of a liter of petrol? 14. Today it's 17. But we seem to have been insulated by some sort of, I don't know. And they keep on pumping out what I term as the misinformation and propaganda. The dollar can be 10, but when you go out there and you cannot buy watching, what is the essence of a dollar at 10 and you cannot buy watching? You cannot pay your child's fees. Whilst the dollar can be 20, but you can have 3 adequate, properly mealed, balanced diet a day. Pay your child's school fees. Have an opportunity of doing whatever you want to do on a daily basis. Mr. Finance Minister, the people are suffering.
Obafo wa ishkomeko ke wakuwose wako hie ba choma se kuni wako no nete no yecheme.
Let me introduce you to Farm Global Company Limited. At Farm Global, we offer you variety of groceries and provisions to choose from. Cosmetics, perfumes, bed sheets, undies, boxes, you can mention all. This is our perfume stand, and we have variety of perfumes you can choose from for yourself and your loved ones. We cover Latapa, fragrance world, and quality perfumes that will last long on your body. On our cosmetic section, we have variety of lotions, creams, hair pomade that can keep you going. Let your feet do the talking and your hand do the showcasing. Your babies are not left out. We got you covered. At Farm Global, we make shopping a beautiful experience for you and your family. You can be at home, send your list, and get it delivered for free. Yes, for free. We know you can pay for it, but we want to show appreciation. We bring everything to you at your doorstep. Locate Farm Global on the Nungwabuade Road, just opposite Redeemer Chemist. Call us on 0592 0999 52 or 050 384-3633. Farm Global, fast, reliable, and convenient.
Noni wakebaje shikegbina iwona agbeshe moniji manse sanjamie amanie boy fele fang ake ibola hilani egbe Asian Democratic Republic of Congo ma etegwen keshe akpe eteke ohai enyo ke emlingbele akpe kome ohai edreke enumo
Ni amli nkwemo alo data jipo ni hoba bemli